And in our memories, we know what this represents. And every time we see them, it reinforces the memory. Every time we see different amounts, it just reinforces the memory. Melanie or Ben, did you see what notes I just held up? Did you see what the note was?
50 and a 5.
Yeah.
See? Any non-Australian get that? No. See, I only flicked it up for a second, but Ben and Melanie know, and they probably just know by the color of it. Yeah? So the memories reinforce themselves over and over and over and over again. So when someone like perhaps Sia's mum, something, 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 and Sia's mum said something, 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 boom, over the years, it's been reinforced, 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 reinforced. It's been so reinforced that it's not even questionable. It's just a fact. So a lot of our earliest beliefs end up being reinforced so many times that we just take it as a fact. We believe as a fact that money doesn't grow on trees. But money does grow on trees.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi there, Adrian here, and this is a video from a Zoom session that we do. We do these Zoom sessions every Sunday, and we take questions and answers from the audience, some of our students, some of our members. We never know what questions are coming up, so I'm always excited to do these sessions, and I hope to see you at one of them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and check out the other playlists that we have. Thank you. Enjoy.
I have during my growing period, I have a different installment. So it is not that they are not growing good thing, but my father was very devaluating the money. He was saying, oh, $100, get it. And always he was disregarding. And I have believed that it is nothing. And going with that beliefs, as I was raising, I was going in depth. And once I realized, okay, this is his thinking, it is not me. And that's how I changed and start working more, we are saying, more smarter with the money. So
More
it is a big
smarter
difference.
with the money.
Yes, it is different. Someone is saying, no growing with the tree, and he was saying, that money, no, don't worry, just spend it. Just buy it, it is cheap. And it makes my, how to say, distortive thinking regarding money. Up to the moment I become aware. And he have the same thinking pattern, but he's old. He is not. The difference is because if you see how he was grown, my grandfather, he was very rich, and that's why my father has that kind of belief. But I was not able to go further with that belief. I need to make adjustment. I become aware about that in my 40s.
Okay, so as you wrote down those beliefs, I want you to think about others and take a couple of minutes to think about other beliefs. I'd like for you to consider, what about your mother and father? For those that had both, if you just had one. What did your mother and father think about money? God, grandparents can be funny, hey? One grandparent used to give me $5 for doing all this work, and another grandparent would give me 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in my little mind, 6, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, looking at the difference, one was more abundant, one was more scarcity, one was more a complete absolute charmer, and the other, who was also in the military with no rank, and the other one was like in the military with a higher rank and a political position, afterwards. And the contrast is amazing. And I learned so much from them. And some of the things I learned weren't the best, but I was just a little kid. Now, as a little child, you take away whatever meanings. But with NLP, you can see different coaches. There are other modalities as well. But with coaching, you can take your coach, particularly if they're NLP or they've got some good work, you can take them and they can help change them. Because those beliefs you wrote down, where are they? In your where? In your head? Are they in your imagination?
No.
No, they're in the memory bank.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
They're real.
Oh, one's real. One's real.
One's in your subconscious and the other one's out here.
So what we can actually do is we can actually do processes where we can go back. And there's a variety of work for this. The easiest one, because we're using NLP, Gestalt therapy timeline. So you go back to when you're a little child and you dissociate and you see the younger you having that experience and you upgrade that experience or you change that event and you give that younger self the learning, and you might even give that learning to the adults. If you're doing NLP on other people, we call it re-imprinting. If you're just doing it yourself, it's normal timeline. And then you go back in and you associate and you see how it's different. And then you lock in that new memory and you come back to now. Very simple timeline process. Karina, you know, we learned that a couple of weeks ago and we'll cover that again soon. So with simple processes like timeline, we can actually go back and we can update those memories, which is why I actually had a session with Jay yesterday. I found a memory in my message bank that I wasn't happy with. I went with Jay on a hypnosis trip to update that memory. You see, in my memory, something happened. And there was a little boy there being me. And the little boy didn't understand what was going on. And now this is a bit different to money, right? But in my memory, when I was about 5 years old, I went up to my mum's door, to the house, and I was playing a game. And I went knocking at the door, and my mum opened the door, and I wanted to play the game and show her this thing I learned at school. But in my memory, my mother was too tired or something, and I felt rejection. And I kind of kept this rejection. And this stayed deep in my personality. Do you think my mum really rejected me?
No.
No.
She's just retired, like tired. So
Yeah, no.
Tired, overworked, but not from my little boy's memory. In my little boy's memory, it was different. In my little boy's memory, it was rejection. And I know it's not real. I know it's not true, but that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep in the memory that I've been carrying for like 30 something years. Yeah. So 30 years I've been carrying this memory. And I know it's not right. I discovered it maybe a month ago. I discovered this memory. I'm like, oh shit, whoa. So, you know, I've been carrying this memory for 30 something years, deep in my unconscious. Now I recognize it. I get on the phone, I call up one of the guys, and Jay gives me a trick. I go back, I just do that update process. I came back, I'm like, okay, that's better. That's so much better now. Now I recognize that she didn't, whatever, you know. So memory and imagination are very close. Memory and imagination are very close. All right, so we hold on to the past like it's so factual, and it's not. It's not. It's not. And maybe Harry can say this a lot tidier than me in a moment. There's only this moment. There's only this moment. When we talk about the past, we recreate it. There's an absolutely fantastic Disney movie Inside Out. If anyone like to Inside Out, if you got kids or cousins or something, you got to watch this movie. It's a Disney movie. And in the movie Inside Out, there's a train of thoughts. Anyone remember this train of thoughts? Harry. The train of thoughts. The train is going in, and the train has a pile of boxes, and in the boxes there are opinions and facts. And what do they say? Opinions and facts often get confused. They don't know if there's opinion or facts. Opinions and facts are often confused, and our imagination and what's real is not is so merged. There is so much, yeah, but our logical, our left brain, not the right, our left brain logic says this is mathematics, this is logic, this is reality. Our right brain has a lot more relationships and big picture. Yeah, so when we look at our whole brain in a more holistic picture, our past and our memories, it's a combination of constructing, remembering and constructing, remembering, creating. Yeah, remembering and creating. So with that, why don't we just create better ones? Boom! You made it here! Good on you. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and check out the playlist at the end. If you'd like to come along to our Sunday sessions where we host a live, free Q&A for our students and members, you're welcome. I'll see you there.